If you're looking to approve somebody for a loan, you want to have a good overview of their financial situation. This includes verifying they really own the accounts they say they do, knowing how much they have in these accounts, and getting a better sense of their cash flow over time so you can use that data in your underwriting decisions. And to help you with that, there's Plaid Assets. Plaid Assets can look at balance and historical transaction information from a number of different sources, everything from checking and savings accounts to money market and brokerage accounts. To get started with Assets, remember that it takes in data from multiple sources. With many other Plaid products, you go through the link process to create a single access token. But with Assets, you'll want to go through this process for each financial institution that your user wants to include in their report. So you can generate a link token like normal, adding assets in the products array. But if you're already going through the link flow for other products, such as transactions, add assets to the products array when you first create that original link token. This will present the user with the proper consent screens, but Plaid won't generate a report until you request it. So it's okay to ask for it early, even if you never end up using it. When you are ready to create an assets report, send a call to the Asset Report Create endpoint and pass along an access token for every source that you want to include in the report. You should also specify how many days in the past you want to retrieve transaction information for. You can go back as far as 2 years. You can also send us whatever personal information you've already collected about your user, such as their name or phone number. This information will show up in the report so you can compare the information reported by your user with what Plaid receives from the bank. If you're looking at brokerage, 401k, or other investment accounts, add the Investments add-on, and Plaid will retrieve transaction and holding information for those accounts as well, no additional charge. Finally, make sure to specify a webhook so that we can contact you when your report is ready. Plaid will return a report ID and token that you'll use to get this report in the future. Make sure to save this information in a database. In the meantime, Plaid will start fetching balance and transaction information from these different institutions. When everything is ready, a process that typically takes 10 to 40 seconds, will notify you through a webhook sending along the report ID. You should use this report ID to fetch the corresponding asset report token that you stored earlier. Now go ahead and make a request to the Asset Report Get endpoint, passing along the report token. We recommend setting Include Insights to True. This will help categorize the transactions using categories that are geared specifically for loan decisioning. What you'll get back is a bunch of useful information. You'll see the user's current account balance information, and then a list of historical transactions going back for as many days as you requested. If you added the Include Insights flag, these transactions will also be categorized to make it easier to find transactions like loan disbursements, loan payments, or income that you might want to know about. You'll also get back a list of historical balances based on these transactions. Banks don't provide this data directly, so Plaid calculates these balances based on the transactions that we've received. Not a fan of reading large JSON files? We got you, fam. You can also request these reports in an easy-to-read PDF format, so you can send this information directly to underwriters without having to build your own interface. And if some time has passed since the last report, you can get an updated report by calling Asset Report Refresh, passing in the old Asset Report token. You'll get back a new report that uses all the same accounts and information as the old report, but updated to reflect the most recent data. This has been Plaid Assets in 3 minutes. To find out more, make sure to check out our documentation and subscribe to our YouTube channel to find more helpful videos like this one. Happy plaiding!